Hey everybody, welcome back to Weedcraft Inc, where basically I'm selling all the cabbage I can to everybody in Flint and Boulder. It's going pretty well so far, actually. We fulfilled a couple orders. We need to complete one more. This guy, who wants the blatant blunt, he's our next order to fulfill here. He wants the reggae weed, which we're growing. We need 800 grams of it, so we're going to probably have to do a couple of batches, but we can speed that up pretty quick. One thing of note that I didn't mention, so some of these orders, although they'll say they'll take 300 grams of any strain, that's cool, but they do actually have a requirement, and this one is citrusy, so something like our Super Lemon Haze, as an example, would be something that we could sell to him, because it's got that citrus quality, whereas our reggae weed definitely does not. And that's important because we can't give him anything that's not citrusy, right? So I'm going to go in here real quick. Oh, she wants a raise. Okay, so Sophie wants a raise. Couple of ways to handle this. We can start like lowballing her and just incrementally increase it. Every time we have a failed interaction, her friendship will go down. Now, we can eventually bring that back up and relatively easily, as we've seen. The challenge is that why take the hit when we have to give her a minimum? She has something in her mind that we need to hit, and we're just going to try and exceed that. I'm gonna go up to 700. She's good. All right. That way we don't take the hit at all. You know, maybe we could have got away with 650. What's the big difference? 50 bucks. Let's be honest. Okay, so I'm going to come in here. I'm going to try to accelerate our growth, and then after this will be the furthest point that I've reached before in Weedcraft. And we're going to get into research. We're going to be able to build a lab soon. So I'm just going to try to hurry this along and fulfill that second order. I'm sitting on that $15,000 because we're going to need that to open a new space. We're going to get some income from completing these two orders. Ooh. To be honest, because the quality doesn't really matter for this delivery, this is not a big deal if I miss any waterings or anything. Almost up to 800. These two should do it. Listen, we need to talk. Things are starting to get really hot in the street and the police are growing wary. I need you to buy me some precautionary measures. What do you mean? Guys downtown refuse to cooperate with me because of the police. Need some cash to keep my contacts fresh. It's asking for a lot of money. I'm gonna say no. It will decrease his satisfaction. If we give him this, I'm sure it's fine, but it's a lot of cash. I'm just gonna say no. And what I'll do, yeah, so he's pretty demotivated. That's a bit unfortunate. We have the reggae now. But what I'll do is we'll talk to one of the cops here. So see how this is getting pretty intense? So we can go in here and talk to the cops. Same way we'd interact with anybody else. And let's just build up that friendship, and I'll ask him. He's like all about, he loves cannabis, this guy. He's super chill, living the dream. Okay, so let's touch on some different policies here. Not interested in business. Got expelled from school twice, and we're already into like super friendly territory. You smoke pot in college. We'll see if we can move it up a little bit more. Interested in cannabis. People are afraid talking about the pros and cons of cannabis. However, I'm afraid ads are inherently designed to outline the positives while hiding the negatives, much like with opioids. To create a conscious society, we have to take the whole spectrum of effects to be genuine and informative, something ads rarely do. It's a really good point, and one of the cool points that this game makes is that I feel like people might go into it thinking, well, obviously this is a pro-weed game, but it does a great job of balancing both sides and saying like, well, yeah, in certain circumstances this is great, but you also got to be on the lookout for other stuff. So anyways, we're up to like super friendly, so I'm going to ask him a favor. I'm going to say, look, can you turn a blind eye on our activities? Help me out as a friend. And he's down. So what this does is he'll not bother us at Costner's Park and Old Kiosk. So if we take a look here, This is kind of like his jam. This is Costner's Park, which we don't even have set up yet. But this is all grayed out now. And he's not going to bother us at all, which is super cool. Okay, so let's deliver this batch. The dopest blunt ever. So we got a bunch of money from the actual request, and then as a quest, we got 3,000. New lights, not bad. This definitely increases our batch size, but it increases and adds a lot of heat as well. Vermiculite, lower grow times, lower quality slightly, humidity impact, and then a little bit of police vigilance. We still have to upgrade some grows, but it's very expensive, and I feel like it doesn't really make sense to upgrade your grows until you kind of hit like the max level of equipment that you can use anyways, because it is so pricey. So we have access to Blue Dream for $10,000. Seeing a ton of messages from people interested in the ways they can use weed medicinally. Let's set up a lab and get research going. What medical applications are we talking about? Medical market could be huge for us if we have the right products. The top symptom is insomnia. After that, it's chronic pain, then appetite loss, anxiety, and PTSD. Having a lab will up our game. We can use that to push one of our promising strains to the farthest extreme quality-wise. Once we do that, we'll need a few kilos of it to stock the dispensaries. And I think that will lead us into going legal as well. So, asset theft. Hold on. Hold up. It's the last time we tolerate one of your employees' bullshit. My boys have been complaining again that our shit keeps missing. You'll pay for that whether you like it or not. Okay. At the marketplace, who are we dealing with here? Cobra. Listen up, Cobra. I'm going to manipulate you. Try not to poach my customers. All right, let's see if he can give us any information. Weed smoking lizard, marijuana. So good. Doesn't want to talk about business. Asked a convict to come over and talk about how he fucked his own life. Education is the forefront of change. Okay, so education's important. What about family? Family's important. So he didn't give us any additional topics. Legislation actually reduced the amount of students smoking pot. I think the fact that we hold nationwide debates is destigmatizing cannabis, producing a more informed and conscious society. This guy's pretty smart. All right, we're not going to get a lot more out of him because we're revisiting previous stuff. Oh, nice. Okay. Velociraptor V20 supercar. Let's go, big boy. See if we can get anything. No, he's got to go. Okay, he's bored. Now, we can still try to handle some of this competition. How are we doing here? Let's see. Let's lower the competition strength at the marketplace. Help me as a friend because we're good buds. All right, she's on it. She's decreased it by 15. I'll actually get each of my employees to do the same thing since I'm treating everybody pretty well. Hopefully they will work for us. Now, I think that maintaining the relationships and stuff is pretty easy to do. I imagine that later on it gets more difficult as we maybe recruit different people, but yeah, I'm not sure. We'll see. So we're friendly with him too. I'm gonna ask him the same thing. At the marketplace, help me as a friend. All right, 0 left. So he's gone now. That's great. No competition here. Might have won this round. See ya. Okay. This is talking about research a little bit, which we'll get into. We just have to go back to Boulder. The other thing is we have a lot of the reggae weed, and in Boulder, that's not really going to be our sweet spot. Like if we take a look here, we can sell to vagrants and, well, pretty much just vagrants here. I could set up a grow room or a selling spot here to get rid of the reggae weed, but we're going to want to go into other things. I'm just going to take a quick look at the average ratings here. Super Lemon Haze, relatively low. Pina Colada Green, relatively low. Granddaddy Purple, not bad. Hippies, Regular Joes, Hippies, Vagrants. Regular Joe's back here. Yeah, Regular Joe's actually like that a lot. And their price threshold's not bad. 15 bucks. It's like their highest rated, right? Blue Dream is relatively low across the board. Northern Lights is good with Vagrants, but we could already deal Reggie to them if we wanted. Maui Wowie's pretty low. True OG is pretty low. And Space Queen's pretty low. Okay. So it looks like we should go with Granddaddy Purple in this area. And yeah, it's got pretty good average ratings across the board. So what I'm likely gonna do is switch over our grow to Granddaddy Purple here. But we're gonna get a new spot anyway, so let's figure out where we want that to be. We need to have a spot that has research available. So like down here, no research, 3 spots. 3 spots, no research. 4 spots with research for 9,000. 5 spots with research for 15,500. And 5 spots for 13 with research. So the other thing to consider is, are we going to take one of those spots as a selling opportunity? If we go here and we start selling the Granddaddy Purple, that's not really going to benefit us that much. We would benefit more up here from opening up a sales spot. But we could always sell it down here and sell it down here too. But I think this is a pretty good balance. It's 3 for competition. This is a 5. This one costs more. It's the same number of rooms. It's just different people. And maybe if we find the right type of weed for academics, well, we could check. True OG. Yeah, see, look at all the ratings are super low. They're super low. And that's probably because they oppose weed. But anyway, let's start this. And we're going to assign a room for research. So we established the lab. Now, we have to actually establish 6 activities. And what that means is, like down here, we've got 1, 2, 3. Up here, we now have research. And this lab is generating 3 research that we'll add to this, each burst. So every time the notification comes up and we scan for the research, basically we get 3, which is quite good. However, I'd like to expand this so that we get 6 every time. We'll probably want to just put a front there also, just to keep the heat off. Now, we have some money. We could look at putting like a more expensive front in, but it's going to use it up pretty quick. So I'm going to stick with the tea room. And I'm also going to consider getting another employee. Now, I don't know if any of these guys are specifically better at... better for research? I don't think so. Gathering info, smuggling, selling, growing. Oh, also in researching. Okay, so the growing stat actually does have an impact on researching. So let's maybe hire this Glenn Cox guy, 500 bucks, and just specialize. He can go and help grow, but also research. Let's take a look at him. He's a little shady. That's okay, because we're technically running an illegal operation still. Okay, so here it is. Here's our beaker. Now, it wants us to gather 25 research. So I'll put this guy up here so he can handle doing this, but now you see we've got 6 down there. Also have him run this front. And that should be fine. If I wanted to go all out and get a ton of research going here, we could do that. The problem is that we kind of want more grow space as well. So I'm going to expand these. That hits all of our activities. 1, 2, 2 research. 1, 2, 3 here, so that's 7. And I just have to be a little bit mindful of our money situation. Competition foul play. Let's go manage this for a sec. 200 grams lost cost to the city. I got mugged. Some goon sent by Giselle put a gun to my head, lost my shit. Had to give him everything. Okay. Meal 1 burgers, having some problems. Unknown relationships. Okay, let's talk and we'll start a relationship. All right, so we're neutral. Makes sense. It's not bad. Walks barefoot whenever possible. Okay, let's follow this. Nothing. Business. She's interested in business. That's good. The nice thing is, like, we're going to have bursts where we have to talk to these people all the time. She's not giving us a lot of info at all. And try this one more time. If I talk about any repeats again, she's probably going to ditch. So, yeah, she's bored. Okay. Couple of ways we could try and tackle that. I think for now we just wait and just try to compete on sales. See, so she's got... We're at the top of this group, which is pretty good. We're not at the top of this group. And what I could do is I could compete this way, have a pretty hefty price drop. We're already at the top here. But we're going to get way more now from the metalheads. It'd be nice if we were selling multiple products here, but we don't really have that option right now. So hopefully that's okay, and we can manage things back in Boulder. The other thing we can do, and we will do at some point, is set up like specific places for growing, specific places for selling, and all that kind of stuff. She got experience. I'm going to get her into growing. This also impacts her research, so if we wanted to like move her to this city, that could work. That could work. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna assign a dealer's corner here, just to sell the Reggie. And we could even afford to go a little higher. Now, what is this guy? Why does this have the beaker sign beside it? I wonder. Maybe he's got like, maybe it's optimized. Actually, let's go down here. Then it's at the top of each group, and we're fine with that. I do need to put somebody in charge of sales. For now, this guy can just do it. Actually, we already have him doing a few illegal things. Let's get this guy in. He doesn't seem to care. Okay. Now, we said we're going to do Granddaddy Purple. Let's go with the Supermart lights. And with Granddaddy Purple, what do we want to be at? 22 and 60. That's the best that we had previously. So we're going to need at least one fan. Drop this down to 22. And we'll do Granddaddy Purple and all these other pots here. Oh, my medium might not be changed. Hold up. We go simple soil here. I still think simple soil is probably best. I want to be able to have the quality so that I can compete. Let me get rid of this. Okay. I do need to put an employee here. Glenn's gonna go here to help with the growing. And once we get our first watering in, we should see these quality changes. Oh, another raise. My God. Let's do 650. Nice. All right, 12 on 15. So that is the highest. Now, you'll see once we get into studying optimal conditions here, this is where we can pay research to discover what these other things should be at to get it to be perfect, which is awesome because then we just make it perfect. Problem is we still need one more here to finish off this thing. Here it is. Beautiful. 25 research done. Produce 2,000 grams of Blue Dream at least rare quality. Okay. Now, that doesn't really help us here. If we take a look, like, there's not a lot of people that would be interested in buying that. We may want to build it in Flint, but we'll see. I'm going to give him his upgrade. Let's see if Flint has any Blue Dream buyers. Not really. Okay. We still have to do it to complete the quest, though. So, just thinking of where we should do it. I think we'll set up in Boulder. 2,000 grams is going to take a minute to sell, or to make. I think let's power through a couple of months here. Just make some money. We should probably talk to the cops in this area too. Okay. Which cop are we dealing with? Jordan O'Brien. Let's introduce ourselves. He looks like a tough guy. Protect and serve. So we're already starting off okay. He's got pretty high cannabis acceptance. Don't care whether it's legal or not. He just wants to enforce the law. That's fair, I guess. Talking about Canada, lots to learn. He's interested in business. Smoke pot in college. Seems like most of the cops here did. All right. Let's go into asking him a favor. Ignore us for a while, if you don't mind. All right. Works really well. So he's not going to bother us at Boulder Stadium, Posh Estate, and 63 Capital. So this is Posh Estate, 63 Capital, and then Boulder Stadium. So we now have this whole section with the cops ignoring whatever we do, pretty much, which is super nice. I'm just going to get our... what do we have going on here? So, even though they're ignoring us, our vigilance still increases, and I'm interested to see how that plays out. We have a new order in Flint. Let's check this. Competition strength increased at meal 1. We're still undercutting the mayor, but I wouldn't mind selling additional stuff. That's the thing. Yeah, there's a lot to do. Weed, oil, and chili con carne. He'll buy anything. Sorry, he'll only buy haze, but 28,000, super shady. It's a bit unfortunate. We could easily just sell off to her. I kind of feel like maybe we want to try the smuggling. He'll buy anything too, but it's shady. So, I think we can just let things go here a little bit. What are we growing in this area again? We still have room to expand here, but I really want to get Boulder up and running. All right. I'm just letting it run a bit so that we can make some cash. I think one of the things to remember is that not a lot of stuff has like a time component. So if we need to just like let activities go for a bit to make a little bit of money, then we can do so. We could grow here, but this might be like a decent sales opportunity. Blue Dream. Our best ratings for Blue Dream: 2 and 1, 1.5 and 0.5, 1.5 and 1. Yeah, I guess it's like here, right? So we could maybe replace our Reggie grows with Blue Dream. Maybe that's what we do. Maybe that's what we do. So I think after this batch, like I'm not going to let him replant this. I'm going to buy this Blue Dream. Get this going. We'll say simple soil. Okay, should be good. Start growing that. And I guess we can just save that setup. And you can start to see now, we're starting to get a feel for like how much stuff we have to manage. We're getting notifications about competition in Flint. And if we just keep ignoring that, it'll definitely pose a problem. Okay, now we're gonna get our first rating here. It's actually quite good. Oh, he dropped down to common. Okay, okay. 4 out of 15, never mind. So we need to be at rare, and this is where the research comes into play. So if we go over here, we study optimal conditions, we can say, all right, first things first, what's the nitrogen? It's 5 to 9, and it actually blocks it off for us. What's the phosphorus? What's the potassium? And we could take this and say like, hey, you know what? This is fine. I can work within there and get it to where it needs to be. We could pay more to narrow it down even further. But let's just move these into kind of the averages. And we'll experiment on this plant until these other ones are done. Just so we get the full grow out of them. I'm going to actually save this setup to overwrite it. So we're up to 8 out of 15 already, which is quite good. And we can continue to manipulate this. Wait, this is a new one I missed? Let's get rid of that. Okay, let's go here. Let's go here. Okay, now let's start finessing. So 8, that brings us up to 9. Just gonna slow this down so we don't miss anything. So 8, 8, 2 is our best so far. I'm gonna put this up to 9. Whoops. Okay, not bad. We're going in the wrong direction, but we know what we need to do. But let's use some of this research and just nail it in there as fast as possible. See how it drops super fast? But this tells us exactly what we need. 892, 24 Celsius, 60 humidity. 24 Celsius. We go up here, 892, apply this to everything. Doesn't even matter because it's already locked in. If we can save this as a setup, then we're laughing. Okay, so now at the next readout, we're up to uncommon. So I guess the ways that we're going to improve beyond this is better equipment, really. Right? Tell us exactly where we need to be at, and we're exactly at the right spots. You're the other seller around here. Well, be careful. The market's pretty saturated. One of us may need to move. Okay, Alex Millerson. See ya. We'll go chat him up and we'll be fine. So we do need to get this up to rare quality, which we are going to, but because the earlier growth wasn't as high, it might not be, we might not be able to hit it on this batch. Let's just make sure we hit all our watering as fast as we can. I wouldn't mind seeing the ability to like put these guys on specific tasks in here as well. Ooh, that was weird. Like when I'm in here, it'd be nice to be able to say, okay, I'll handle all the watering, you just handle the cutting. We got a lot of competition in Flint that we got to worry about. And we have a police warning. We should actually check this. Officers' motivation slightly increased due to recent changes in our local police structure. I'd like you to know that we're as motivated as ever to protect and to serve. Okay, meal 1. We gotta talk to you. Whoops. A good old hi-bye. All right, so we already start out pretty good with most cops. Coffee is shit. Yeah, I feel you. Legalization actually reduced the amount of students smoking pot, which we heard about before. Proud of his family name. Sullivan? All right. I need a favor. All right. So we have not been turned down once we're in like the friendly territory. But these are good ways that we can kind of deal with competition. I'm also going to see if we can ask favors of our employees again. Looks like we can. So every couple of months we can come back and ask for their help. I don't know if there's a negative to this, like if we eventually just straight up run out of favors. Oh, we actually have to talk to her a bit. Get her back up to friendly. It feels like so manipulative, but I guess that's what it is. Okay, and let's go over here to Mark. Now there are perks. I'll try to find it right after this. Okay. There are perks where this will stay higher for longer. So we don't have to do this as often. Boom. 6 left, so we'll just beat this through sales, I suppose. Super Lemon Haze, 2.5 stars for them. We're not selling to this group at all. And we have a little bit of Reggie. Or, oh wait, actually we're not selling Reggie there at all, are we? No, we're not. We'll just have to beat them on the haze, I guess. Shouldn't be too bad. Okay. Hope you don't mind sharing some of your clientele. Yeah, we'll see about that there, big boy. Okay, so last thing to touch on today. We don't have a lot of money to do this, but within networking, here it is. So if we provide basic health insurance, then after we improve our relationship with our employees, it will stay high for much longer, which is quite nice. So something to consider investing in, but we have to go through here first. Anyways, we got lots going on. We got research happening in Boulder. We need to produce the higher quality Blue Dream at rare quality, and we can do that. It's just a matter of time, really. So yeah, this is good. These are estimated to come out as rare. This one is coming out as uncommon, which is not amazing, but you know, could be worse. We're also getting some benefits because of the, like we're getting 99 grams out of this. I think because of the way that we were training it a whole bunch. So I'm not sure exactly how that works, but I think that's how it goes on. Anyways, let's take a break here. We come back. We're going to finish up Blue Dream. We'll see where else that leads us. And then I don't know how to perfect this anymore, but it's probably upgrading our basic grow, which again costs 6,000, which gets us access to higher level equipment. And maybe these pumps and stuff could help. I'd like to get into there. That's going to be like the main focus of the next one. So wish me luck. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.